Bear down.
So as we get closer and closer to the official start of the offseason, the developments and details and rumors that are coming out about the draft and what teams want to do are just getting more and more spicy. So now it seems that the Raiders are still in on trying to trade up for their quarterback, only this time it's not Caleb Williams, it is Jayden Daniels. Now that was also a rumor because Coach Pierce, AP, did coach Daniels at Arizona State, I believe, and they have a connection there. So now that they've moved on from Kliff Kingsbury, hit the double reverse on him and went to the Commanders, now it's kind of a race to see who gets their quarterback. Now, I think that Ryan Poles will take advantage of this situation. Things are just lining up perfectly for the Chicago Bears and GM Ryan Poles. There's going to be a few trades. I did a mock draft where I did 3 trades. I made 3 trades for the Bears where they get quite a bit of capital for now and the future. And I also did a mock draft. I'm not going to go through the simulation this time. I already did the simulation. I'm just going to post the results and we're going to see how this shakes out. So before we get started, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to make sure you stay locked in to Draft Capital Sports, where we provide all the NFL draft news, NFL offseason news, trades, etc. for your 2024 NFL offseason. Now let's get back to the video. In my estimation, what I would do first is you trade with Washington, and the trade's going to be up on the screen here. And I know people are going to say you can get way more, but it's just not realistic. But hey, maybe it can happen. Who knows? Hopefully they'll lose their mind and trade 4 first-round picks to the Bears to move 1 spot. I don't think it's going to happen, though. But anyway, this trade. So the Bears received the number 2 pick overall, Washington's 2nd-round pick, number 36, their 3rd-round pick, number 67, their 3rd-round pick, number 100, and their 5th-round pick, number 137. We send them back pick number 1, our 3rd-round pick, number 75, and our 4th-round pick, number 110. So 2 pick swaps, 3 pick swaps, and we receive 2 more picks to move 1 spot. Then we trade with the Vegas Raiders so they can jump ahead of the Patriots and get Jayden Daniels. And in that trade, we receive defensive end Tyree Wilson, pick number 13, their 2nd-round pick, number 44, their 4th-round pick, number 112, and their 2025 first-round pick, number 1 overall. And the Raiders receive pick number 2 overall and our 4th-round pick, number 122. Are you following me so far? Let's keep it going. Then the Bears trade back up because Marvin Harrison Jr. is our target with the Arizona Cardinals, who also have 2 first-round picks. So we trade to the Cardinals, pick number 9, pick number 13, and our 3rd-round pick, number 100, for pick number 4, pick number 27, and their 3rd-round pick, number 90. So we're moving up and down in both spots. It's an even pick swap, but we're just trading positions. Now, for all 3 of these trades, I measured it up against the chart. I measured it up against past trades, and that's what dictates these trades, not fantasy, not media stories. What dictates these trades is the charts that the teams use and trades that have been made before. And that's what's going to dictate the trade. So let's go into the draft, the mock draft. Now, first round, of course, at pick number 4, we got the Maserati Marvin Harrison, number 1 player in the draft. At pick 4, it would be a steal, plain and simple. Number 1 weapon for Justin Fields, number 1A, 1B, him and DJ Moore. You know, you can pick which one you think is the better receiver. Of course, DJ Moore probably is right now, but Marvin Harrison's ceiling is pretty high. Then at pick 27, I got who I think is probably the 2nd best tackle in the draft after watching the Senior Bowl practices and game, is Kingsley Suamataia out of BYU. Can play both tackles. I think that's important that we have a tackle that can play both sides, that has experience playing both sides. But I think it's probably going to be a better left tackle than Braxton Jones. He's said to be a little more athletic. We'll see how he tests out at the Combine or his Pro Day. But Suamataia at pick number 27. Then Our first second-round pick will be, of course, Jackson Powers-Johnson, one of the most popular offensive linemen amongst the Bear fans to draft because he can play center, because he can play guard. He's a heavy guy, still athletic, strong, Ryland Trophy winner. Excellent pickup, exactly what the Bears need, which is a guy who can play multiple positions on their interior line, as we do need center help. Probably will sign a veteran center, but our guards also like to get injured, so Powers-Johnson will definitely be a blue chip player for the Bears in this draft if they're able to select him. So next we go to St. Charles native Tyler Nubin, free safety, probably the best free safety in the draft. He's one or two, depending on who you ask. Cameron Kitchens is also up there. But definitely, Poles likes to draft local talent, which is smart. You want to draft people who want to play for your team, who grew up rooting for your team. The George Kittle miss haunts us to this day. Nubin will probably be brought in along with a veteran to replace Eddie Jackson, who will probably be released in the offseason. Ricky Pearsall, a guy who I got at 67 in the third round. Some people saying he vaulted himself into the second round with his Senior Bowl performance. I thought he was a dope receiver. Before the Senior Bowl, he just proved that he had the skills to pay the bills at the Senior Bowl. Also a punt returner, also former college teammate of Jervon Dexter. They're supposed to be pretty good friends, so that always helps with the rookie transition when they have a familiar face on the team. Marquise Irving, Bucky Irving, running back out of Oregon. I've talked about him in every mock draft. I'm going to draft him in probably every mock draft. I want him to play for the Bears. They need a dynamic running back that can also split out wide in the Shane Waldron offense. Cade Stover, tight end out of Ohio State. One of the better receiving tight ends in the draft. Can block a little bit too. A little underrated in the blocking. If he falls to 112, it would definitely be a steal for the Bears. Tight end does not seem to be a sought-after position. It's kind of a low tight end class, so I could see him falling, especially with some of the performances like Theo Johnson and others at the Senior Bowl and the East-West Shrine Bowl. Now, next at 137, we take edge Austin Booker, very young guy. I think he was a redshirt sophomore. He's only about 20 to 21 years old, 6'4", 240 pounds, very athletic. I think he's a developmental project. Had a monster year at Kansas last year. He totaled 8 sacks, had 12 tackles for a loss, a couple forced fumbles. A very athletic, fast edge who just knows how to get around tackles and wreak havoc in the backfield. And last but not least, probably my most impressive player at the Senior Bowl was Gabe Hall, defensive tackle out of Baylor. Defensive end / defensive tackle. This dude is built like a ton of bricks. And his quickness and athleticism is off the charts. It showed in the practices. It shows on tape. Although he was in a two-gap scheme where he kind of had to shadow. He wasn't asked to get up the field. I think in Eberflus's defense, being asked to get up the field, this guy could blossom and be a late-round steal. I mean, he was just destroying guys at the Senior Bowl in the 101s. He was a guy who was thought before the draft to probably go 6th, 7th round, undrafted, but now I think he's worked his way probably beyond where I picked him at 142, but we'll see because, again, there's a lot of underclassmen in this draft that are they have better tape. So that's it. That's my draft. Those are the trades. We still have, remember, for those who said I didn't get edge, Tyree Wilson in the Raiders trade, the future first rounder for next year's draft in case things go haywire. And I think that's an awesome draft class. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching Draft Capital Sports. Again, we're going to be rocking our NFL offseason. Thank you for watching. Peace.